And nothing, all because they know I'm not one of them. You all have a blessed day. God is good. I always believe in this philosophy. Meekly wait and murmur not, weeping and joy for the night, but joy coming in the morning. Have a blessed day.
But before you go, you still there, caller?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes. You know, 2 months before the 2015 election, you'll get any kind of service you want. Any kind. But then for the next 5 years, you'll have to keep calling for it.
I told them that. I don't want no emergency help. That should be an emergency for them, not for me. I wouldn't accept it then. Okay, I looked on and I listened.
Thank you, caller. Have a great day.
Same campaign promises every year, Dana. Same campaign promises every year. And you know, successive governments revert to the same thing. We have another caller. Good morning, caller. You're inside the Sunshine Hour.
Morning. What? Poor people in Trinidad Tobago suffering, boy. Look, the people that living in Bangladesh, they have to pass Crepe Junction. I remember Mr. Manning said, under my government, people not supposed to live under that condition. You understand? They had the houses number to move out other places. The people still there. It's suffering. Poor people suffering in Trinidad Tobago. Government has to try and help the people, poor people. Like all the concerns about helping themselves. And even care that they lost next election because everybody will be sick. Everybody has enough money and they could do what they want. So if they win or lose, they still win.
Yeah.
Thank you, caller.
You have a caller? Yeah, I would like to agree with that caller there and say, you know, in the Sunshine, you read about farmers losing their lands, expensive lands, and it's being sold at a relatively lower market cost. You have farmers losing lands, you have people buying lands like it's going out of style. And yet the people in Bangladesh and other poor communities that you have identified, they are having difficulties obtaining leases. And this is the same Prime Minister who came into power fighting for people to get leases and deeds and stuff like that. And here we are today, you're in government, you have the power to make a difference. Are they using it, callers? Are you being victimized? Please call us on 622-9154, 622-3303, and 628-1158. We want to hear your story on victimization today.
You know something, Dana, and you know, politicians know who should and should not suffer only during election time.
But some people, their suffering works as a benefit to certain parties. And they keep them there because the day they enlighten certain people
or liberate them,
those people will see the light and they will be able to make decisions. And that is why the caller was right just when she said, by handing out this additional $900, have you started to campaign already? Have you started to buy votes?
Yeah. And, you know, we have a caller. We have another caller. Caller, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Caller, you need to lower your set. Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, sir.
Yeah. I find he's on bread. Everybody has to eat from that bread. And how he's going on it right now, one set of people get it and the rest are getting nothing. And I don't talk.
All right. Dana, something happened in the Member of Parliament office for Toku Sangre Grande a couple weeks ago. A very good friend of mine, right, a supporter of the ILP, a very good friend, he found himself in some trouble, pressure, problems. And he heeded the Prime Minister's call of going back home. So he went really in looking for some type of benefit for his family, perhaps a little job in URP. And in the presence of the former director of URP and the manager of URP in Sangre Grande, the Member of Parliament chased that guy out of his office, run him like a dog, as if to suggest Trinidad and Tobago that the resources of the state must be manipulated and maneuvered by a member of parliament. So the resources of the state, does not belong to the citizens. And, I want to revert back to the issue in the Amarara Heights. Who does this homework center belong to? Who does it belong to? Is it, does the center belong to the Member of Parliament, Mr. Jairam Simongal?
Well, the thing is, it is certainly not benefiting the entire community. We have a caller.
Caller, good morning. You're inside the Sunshine Hour. Caller, please.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning.
Morning. You need to lower your radio, sir.
Sure.
Okay. Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, morning. This whole thing about representation, let me tell you, I am from the Faizabad area, and for over 20 years, we have a man who people just only vote for the party, but not really for he, right? And you can't get nothing done in this constituency. The ground more cutting, it has drains, it has clog up, right? I see no start after 20 years, then people begging for a cricket field fix. No start to fix that after 20 years, right? And I am saying that people have to wake up and realize that you have to put people to represent you and not just vote for party. You understand? You need proper representation. Well, I hear the ILP having a meeting Wednesday in Faizabad, so I want to go and hear what they have to say and see what sort of representation we can get from them. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, caller.
One thing you touched on, caller, and that is something that is chronic in the entire country, and this is what the ILP is trying to change. And you touched on it. You hit the nail on the head, and you said people vote for the party, despite the fact that the representative that the party put is not competent, qualified, and passionate enough to do the job. And this is the change we are asking in this country. We want people to say, listen, we want a person who we can vote for, who we can be proud of, who we can say to our children, this is someone you can follow. We have a caller.
Caller, good morning.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Let me tell you about my discrimination. When the former chairman came into office at the Tunapuna Piako regional corruption, right?
Corruption. Go ahead, caller. Sorry.
I think we lost that caller. You have another caller. Caller, good morning.
You hear me?
Yes, go ahead, sir.
I'm reading the papers.
We lost that call. We have another caller. Caller, good morning.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, hello.
Yeah. When they came in, they sidelined me. They bring a contract worker to do my work. I sit down there with nothing to do. Right? Oh, I supposed to get an acting position in a senior position because that person is very ill and is in hospital. They have refused to give me the position, although I am the person in all the regions who number one at it. They say that I will send home UNC people and all kind of things. I am totally victimized, right, by this government. Every day, the helicopter comes over my house. I don't know what I'm looking for. You understand? I'm going down the road. Police want to search me, all kind of thing. I am not a bad boy. It's just because I have political affiliation and I just talk. But I am fed up by this victimization.
Yeah.
I am going to call out tomorrow the Honorable Prime Minister email address for people to email her about frustration.
Yeah. Thank you so much, caller.
Hello?
Yes, caller, go ahead.
I want Mr. Jack Warner to come to the statutory meeting the last Thursday of this month in the Tunapuna Piako regional corruption.
Thank you, caller. And my tire, the now chairman. Caller, we thank you so much for your contribution. We have another caller on the line. Go ahead, caller. You're inside on Sunshine Hour.
Hello, morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
How are you all today?
Pretty good.
Okay, I'm a staff of the Ministry of the People. What I wanted some of the staff is being victimized by the HR department. They just moving you around. known, you can know that we're being victimized. And another thing too, it is alleged that a lot of the ministers, the food card is a big racket going on with this food card. A lot of people who are deserving of the food card is getting the food card, and people who really need it not getting it because it's friends and family, and that has been going on for a while, But they need to come in and check out what's happening in the HR department because too many staff, too much is being victimized.
Thank you so much, caller. Thanks for your contribution.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Caller, before you go, you have a valuable contribution to make. We would love, without naming you, to put some of that information on the Sunshine. Would we be able to contact you, caller, not privately? Or would you be able to contact us? Call me.
I would be able to contact you.
Call me at 683 4489, and we would love to hear all that you have to share. That is standing in defense of democracy and in defense of your country. Thank you for calling, caller.
Okay. The lines are lit up. We have another caller. Caller, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, go ahead. You're inside the Sunshine now.
I'm calling from Labrie. And since the oil spill in Labrie, I have found nothing has been done by the government. The ILP came in and they did something when nobody else was doing anything. They did a nice little health and family day, and nobody spoke about it. But for me, I think over and over, we sit in here in Labrie and vote in PNM, we understand that Labrie is not under the government, but the fact that we are PNM based, it means that they're still not doing anything to help us. So many single mothers, we can't even get our houses fixed. Some of us can't even move back in home because we have developed medical conditions. And I ran a business from my house and running my business from home. I still can't even go back home because I run a food business, and it's unhealthy to really kind of cook food in that environment. And nothing is being done to really help us in Labrie. Why? Because we are PNM based, and we didn't support you all during the general election. But it's time that this government wake up, because at the end of the day, they're not doing anything to help the people of Labrie, because we are PNM based. I'm real angry about that. That's what you call total victimization.
Thank you so much, Labrie. Dina, let me say this. I believe that during an election, you campaign with all your might for whichever political party that you are in support of. You campaign with all your might, for whichever political party. But at the end of an election, we are all Trinbagonians again, and whichever government must stand in support of citizens. And it's very unfortunate that we separate this country by red and yellow and
green.
And green.
Don't forget green.
It's very unfortunate. So I'm looking forward to the outcome of this upcoming election. But the lines are lit up. Folks are calling in. Caller, good morning.
Hello. As the woman talk about food card, I understand it. Just want to imagine the people with Mercedes and SUV coming with food cards for groceries in the store, but that's not what I want to talk about much. The government give out a lot of land to people. They prepare the land for proper infrastructure like road, water, light, oil slum they're going to make. You understand the point I want to make? They give out land with people who are squatting, but you know how squatters operate? Any kind of how. The past government wasn't planning, they were going to prepare the land with water, light, and in a proper way. But they're just giving out land. So what the government is doing is creating more squatting and slum areas. And I hope I hope I'm wrong. So I hope that is not what they are doing, because if you're giving out land, you have to prepare the land with roads, water, and everything built in a constructive way. But these squatters squat anyhow, and they give them deed to the land. So what we're getting is squatting and slum societies they're making.
Thank you, caller. Thank you, caller. Dana, you know something? Where is the report on the oil spill? Where is the Minister of Energy? Where is Dr. Ramadas Singh? on the dilemma that is plaguing the folks in Labre up to today?
Well, I'll tell you what. They released the inquiry into the Commission of Inquiry into the coup because that doesn't implicate them. That doesn't make them responsible for anything. It doesn't hold them accountable. They were not in government then. But the things that they are responsible for and accountable for, and the things that we need to hold their feet to the fire for, we have no report on that.
All right, we have a next caller. Good morning, caller. You're inside the Sunshine Hour.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning,
everyone. Good morning. Actually, Five River Local community. All right? That is my question. Hello?
Yes, go ahead, caller.
Okay. My concern. Hold on. Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, caller, go ahead.
Okay. The neighbor does well after that. My concern, right, is only about the misrepresentation and the abusement that we have been getting. I am a strong supporter of the ILP, right? And we are very passionate about the work and everything good that the ILP.
Oh, we lost that call. Terribly sorry, caller. You can call back. You can call us back. Call at 622-9154, 622-3303, 628-1158. And if you're in the international community, you can reach us at 718-874-3860. And we also want to hear from Tobago, 639-0791. The lines are open. Caller, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, caller.
I heard you speaking about the report on the oil spill in Labre. I think one of the stronger questions to be asked right now is what happened to the $20 million that Petrotrin paid and who benefits it? Thank you.
Very good.
Excellent question.
We have another caller. Good morning, caller. We lost that call. Good morning, caller.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
I heard a caller say that they are helping their own kind, but that is not true because I am one of their kind, but they are not helping me because I am poor. They're helping their own kind, but only who are rich and on top. On who on top, they're making them go more on top. Yeah, I don't know if they want to reach the ninth heaven, but the lower class of people are not getting help at all.
An elitist government. We have another caller. Thank you so much for your contribution, caller. Good morning.
Hi, morning.
We lost that call. We have another call. Good morning, caller.
Hello, morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, brother.
Yes?
It's kamlapb1@gmail.com. KMLA. Command P, Command B1@gmail.com. That's the Prime Minister email address. All your concern, flood it with email.
Thank you so much, caller. Good morning, caller.
Yes, morning. I want to talk about the misrepresentation of the chairman of Five Rivers Local. Right? This young lady has no shame, no class, no standard, and she has been abusing her authority. Right? I was a strong follower and supporter of her, and when I saw she purposely demolished and disarmed a family of parents by sleeping and gallivanting, she starts with people's husband, I said, get rid of her. She's disgusting, Miss Sebastian. I can't stand you. Goodbye.
All right. Thank you, caller. We have another call. Good morning, caller. Good morning. Okay, I think we lost that call. Danon?
Yes.
Lines are lit up.
Yes, we're talking about victimization today. We would like to encourage you to call in and let us speak with one voice against victimization, discrimination. We have a call.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
I tried to get to you all at the office at the corner of Old Road and Adventist Street, but the place is closed. What's happening?
Caller, the office is actually open. It would be fully staffed by this week. You can call me on my cell phone at 491-1415.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay. Good morning, caller.
Hi, morning.
Morning.
Hello, morning.
Yes, hello. You need to lower your radio.
Yes, you hear me now?
Yes.
Hi, I'm calling from, this is your brain here calling back. I want to talk about the victimization that they're really dealing with Penny, because Penny has been a true supporter of the PLM for the past 28 years. And it's sad that fellow sisters like Marley McDonald and this one who used to be in housing, what's her name? If you hear how they take Penelope and they just tear her down, and I just find it just getting on like little mini Rottweilers. And the fact that Rowley training them in Trinidad is like, what does putting Rowley as a prime minister really do for us? Because Rowley training the people to be get on like Rottweilers like him, and all the training he gets, and he wouldn't keep up with that. It's only Rottweiler behavior that you get, and if it is that you can turn on your own, what they will do for us, if that's how they treat an PLM, what they will do for the members of the other parties, that is victimization.
Wow. Thank you, caller. Thank you so much. Good morning, caller. You're inside the Sunshine Hour.
Yeah, hello, good morning.
Good morning.
I want to respond to that last caller. She's speaking about victimization with Mrs. Beckles Robinson. When she has the Philip Alexander, Wendell Eversley, etc. on the ground report on the propaganda station 91.9, vilifying and Barry Garcia and Bo Sharma from PBT vilifying Dr. Rowley every day, including today, on the station. And Mrs. Beckles, she is part of the PBT. She never distanced herself from it. So who is really victimizing who? Thank you.
Thank you, caller. Good morning. You're inside the Sunshine Hour.
Good morning to you all.
Good morning, sir.
The caller before, she is responsible for what she said. And I'm going down the road with Rowley. And furthermore, we get somebody to represent this country and to do good for the country. And it's Jack Warner who bring this woman here. And look at what we are to face now. Look at what we're facing now.
Thank you, caller. And we're asking the callers to please stay on subject. We're talking about victimization. Are you being affected in your communities?
Yes, we are being affected in our community. Powder Magazine Phase 1 with the garbage. They came and they built a structure there to hold about 10 garbage bins. People from Westmoreland, Caranage, we take a lot of the car numbers. They come in to dump the garbage there, and the regional corporation not doing anything about it. We thought it had changed and they was going to do better, but they need to buck up a little bit, man. And if Miss Kamala Prasad Pisesa was a Rottweiler, she would have been just like Mr. Rowley, because he's the best.
Thank you so much, caller. And we're talking victimization this morning. In studio with me is Devan. Dana, rather, I almost call you Devan boy. They would have my head for that. Talking about Devan, what's the situation with all these attorneys and so on? There's a number of attorneys who are flooding his office space with. Given what is taking place, I got a few text messages and I got some emails relative to some major victimization that is taking place with him. Trinidad and Tobago, we need to hear from you. The lines are open. Good morning, caller.
Morning.
Go ahead.
What I want to say is to this government, stop victimizing the people of Port Steele and open back the housing project. Too wicked.
Thank you, caller. We have another call. Good morning, caller. Hello? I think we lost that call.
It's so difficult to understand that a government that came into power representing those that were being victimized from another administration. They've taken the former administration to court so many times and won because of victimization, is now today doing the very same thing that it preached and fought against.
Thank you, Dana. The lines are open. Caller, good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
I'm calling from Long Circle. It had people voting PNM time, right? And the people voting, they had Maraval, Bellevue, Dondon, and Libby. But right now, the open projects in other area, they have a project in our area, which is Libby. And the people have been clean on the hills. You know the people and people start to clean the hills. You know they call them down and tell them clean on the flat alone. You want to tell them they start victimization? You live in a area, we need our hair clean, the trucks and things. People have got some clean and people stop it.
Thank you, caller. Dana, we're almost out of time. And I think this subject of victimization is very important to the listening audience of the street.
I do believe that we have not begun to scratch the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the victimization that is taking place in this country. I would like Dane to twist your arm a little bit. Let us continue this topic tomorrow. Let the people who did not have an opportunity to call in and voice their concerns, their victimization, let us give them that opportunity tomorrow, Dane. Would you agree with me?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And we can take one more call. We can take another call. Good morning, caller.
Good morning.
Morning, sir.
I'm glad this call is the last call. Here going on. Mr. Manning was confident in 2010 that he could have called an election and win. But I dare Kamala, the Prime Minister right now, I dare she to call an election whatever time she chooses to call it. Call an election.
Thank you, caller.
That election would have to be called after that water plant is built. I'll tell you why tomorrow, people. Have a great day.
All right, and guys, you've been listening to the Sunshine Hour, compliments of the Sunshine newspapers. Some parting words for Trinidad and Tobago. Again, I quote Khalil Gibran, the Lebanese-American poet. He said that learning is the only wealth tyrants cannot despoil. Only death can dim the lamp of knowledge that is within you. The true wealth of a nation lies not in its gold and silver, but in its learning, wisdom, and in the uprightness of a son. See you tomorrow.